You gotta brace it with the hips. You can kind of stir it if you just kind of do this. I don't know why you would, but you can. Hey, welcome to Mythical Kitchen, where dreams become food. We've all been there, right? You come home from a long day at work and you accidentally ignore your roommate Brett because it's a full moon. You forgot that Brett turns invisible during the full moon. Then you go to sit on the couch, but you forgot that Brett's already sitting there. And then you accidentally sit on the remote that was not seen through Brett's invisible body. And then you accidentally fast forward Too Hot to Handle, revealing spoilers that Brett hasn't seen. And then Brett gets mad at you. What I'm saying is, I'm gonna make clear ramen because it reminds me of Brett. We've broken the recipe down to 3 easy steps. You can snag the time codes right there. We also got a full written recipe down in the description in case you have your own invisible roommate named Brett and you want to make your own invisible clear ramen. It's not invisible, to be clear. You can see it, to be clear. Let's get cooking. I know what you're thinking. You're like, Josh, there's no way you actually had an invisible roommate named Brett. Why the heck are you doing this? You caught me. Good for you. You want me to hand in my gun and my badge? Well, you can't, because I'm the best damn cop on this force. What I'm saying is, I don't know, man, I thought it'd be cool. You had Grant Atkins, he made that clear pumpkin pie. You had all these YouTubers making clear potato chips a while ago. I thought, why not clear ramen? And so we're gonna start with a really cool technique right here. That's kind of like a French consomme technique, where we're gonna make something called a raft. I'll show you that in a second. First, what you need to know is we're gonna blend up a bunch of vegetables. These are all the flavoring agents that are gonna go into our broth. The goal is to make a crystal clear broth that still has all of the flavors of ramen. And so we're adding leeks, we're adding onions, celery, cauliflower in there just for that like vegetal funk. And then just a little bit of tomato because tomatoes have some naturally occurring MSG in them. It's gonna add some nice umami. Every time I try and put the food processor lid on, I just think, use your instincts. It'll probably be the right thing to do. There we go! All right, so we're gonna blend this up. Whoops, sorry, there we go. So we're gonna blend the vegetables up. We want it to be like a nice smooth puree. That's good. And so now what we're gonna do, we're gonna take egg whites. So egg whites are really the key in this. This is clear French consomme technique. The egg whites are almost gonna act as like a filter or a sponge in this to sort of like absorb all the particulate matter in there and hopefully give us a completely clear broth. Mix up those egg whites. Now we're gonna take our vegetable slurry. Also, we're gonna season this up right now. We can season it with some salt and a little bit of white pepper. In typical French cuisine, anytime you're making a white sauce, you'd use white pepper instead of black pepper. I don't know if you know this, I don't cook a lot of traditional French cuisine, but I think it's gonna help this clear ramen broth. We're gonna take that, take our vegetable slurry, and then we're gonna boil this with water, and then all of that flavor should infuse with these vegetables and the meat and get purified by the egg white. And now we're gonna take ground chicken. So this is just, this looks delicious. I'm gonna add ground chicken there, and then I'm just gonna kind of gently fold it in with my hands. Make sure it's ice cold, get it nice and incorporated. Yeah, ooh, this feels gross. You gotta brace it with the hips. You can kind of stir it if you just kind of do this. I don't know why you would, but you can. And now we're gonna slop that into the bottom of a pot and sort of even it out and press it against the sides. There we go. And now we're gonna take some cold water, don't drink it, and we're gonna pour water over the top of this. There we go. And then we're just gonna crank the heat up. We don't wanna bring it to a boil because boiling is gonna cloud it. It's gonna cause particles to sort of fly off. But as the egg whites gradually heat, it's gonna sort of attract everything to it like a magnet. Or you ever see like when they're doing all the hand washing stuff in the beginning of COVID, they would show like the test of what soap actually does because they needed a full like PR campaign to tell people to use soap, which to me is like wild. And then I realized that I'm actually the target demo because it kind of worked. Things just attract to the soap. Point is, particles are gonna sort of just attract to the egg whites and the meat in this, and it's gonna all shore up, but now we gotta wait for it to boil. All right, we have our clear consomme here. We have a beaker filled with a bunch of tiny diapers for capuchin monkeys and then the actual veil from Nicole's wedding. So let's make some soup, folks. What we're gonna do now, we're gonna take this clear stock. If you can see right now, that is gorgeous. And now we're just gonna take our ladle and we're just gonna run it through the cheesecloth in the chinois, one ladle at a time. I think what you can do is, hold on, if you just kind of like, and then I think if any particles go over the top, I can just suck it out. It kind of looks like a matzo ball. Can I eat it? Have you ever eaten the raft? Don't eat it. So if you see this, it's pretty damn clear, but you still see a little bit of cloudiness at the top. That's why we're now gonna take it ladle by ladle and we're gonna run it through these tiny capuchin monkey diapers that you can also use to brew coffee, which I think is disgusting. You'll brew coffee through monkey diapers. I spilled, I'm sorry. There's so much flavor that infuses through that raft. It's this beautiful sort of like clear vegetable stock with also a lot of that meat flavor infused in there. I think the tomatoes gave it this little bit of umami punch. Almost got a bit of like an egg whitey consistency to it. And there's a ton of like that ramen-y, stocky flavor added to it. We're gonna add a little bit of MSG punch right now. Wait, where's the MSG at? I'm gonna add a little bit of MSG, just kind of like influence that ramen flavor, but we don't want the MSG to make it cloudy, so it's gonna filter through the coffee filters. And there's our clear broth. You guys wanna wait? I know what you're saying. Since Brett is invisible, do his clothes turn invisible? Yes, anything that's touching Brett does indeed become invisible insofar as there's a full moon. Also, if Brett eats a hot dog, do you see all like the hot dog particles flowing through his insides? Yes. The food doesn't turn invisible because it's only non-organic matter that turns invisible when it's touching Brett. Stupid. All right, so what we're gonna do now, we're gonna make clear noodles. These are mung bean thread noodles, AKA glass noodles, AKA cellophane noodles. They are the noodles that are used in japchae, one of my favorite little Korean side dishes that you get at the Korean barbecue. You eat like 15 of them and then the server's like, dude, come on, like stop, just stop eating the free stuff. And then you're like, no meat today, thanks, just the free little side dishes you give me. I'm kidding, I only do that at the Sizzler buffet. All right, so we have mung bean flour right here. What we're gonna do is we're gonna take this and we're gonna add it to some cold water right here. And then we're gonna give that a stir, and then we're gonna add it to hot water, sort of activate the process, and we're gonna like solidify that into a nice big old brick pan right here. All right, and now we're gonna take this, we got our hot water, and we're just gonna stir that in there, and then we're gonna let that heat, wait for it to thicken up, and then we can pour it into this thing mold, and then we're gonna shave it with this. All right, there we go, and we're shutting it off. It is nice and thick. It's gonna be a little bit cloudy, but then when we shave it up, it's gonna be nice. I was searching for words. There you go, beautiful, beautiful. Now we just gotta let this set in the fridge, and then we're gonna shave off our noodles and do some other cool stuff as well. All right, we got our wet noodle brick right here. I'm just gonna kind of thwap out the wet noodles, and then kind of, yeah, this is firmed up real, real nice. It almost looks just kind of gelatinous. It almost looks like a thing called almond tofu. And we're gonna do, splap that in there. Gonna trim it up so it can stand on itself. Good knife skills, Josh. Thanks, Josh. That's nice. This is a tasty food. I'm saving that for later. It's got a really lovely firm texture to it. It's make the noodles really fantastic. And now I'm just gonna try and drag this along to create beautiful bean thread noodles that right now they might look a little bit white, but when we boil these in the water, they're gonna get beautiful, translucent, and clear. Look at that. That is awesome. We're gonna start stacking these in this bowl, used for our clear ramen. I'm gonna keep shaving off these noodles. Kind of looks like how you make papaya salad, you know? Anyone make fresh green papaya salad? No, just me? All right, and noodles. How many more times do you wanna see me do this? I can shave this whole brick down. As poet laureate Flint Flossie once said, how you like your eggs, fried, fertilized, or clear? Well, Flint, I prefer mine clear, so what I'm gonna go ahead and do is I'm gonna take a little bit of gelatin. Flint Flossie, how you like your egg? I have gelatin that's been bloomed in water here. I'm gonna add that to some water. Get out, gelatin. All right, so we're adding that to boiling water right here. We're gonna whisk that together, and then I'm gonna take kala namak. This is called black lava salt. It's used in a lot of like vegan egg cookery. If you ever want to make, you know, silken tofu tastes like scrambled eggs. Scrambled eggs. You wanna make your vegan tofu taste like scrambled eggs? Just add a little bit of this like black salt. It's like super exotic. But for real, you add this stuff, it tastes like eggs. It's got a little bit of like sulfuric compounds in it from the lavaness. I've never just tried it straight though. You ever tried it straight? Oh, brutal. Go, it's like, oh, someone just farted in your mouth. Like fart in a good way. Like like cabbage tastes farty and I eat a lot of cabbage. I really love it. It doesn't taste like farts. It tastes like eggs, which taste like farts. Eggs taste like farts. It's like Guy Fieri doesn't eat them. Guy Fieri hates farts. But we're adding some of that black lava salt to this gelatin mixture. That's gonna make this taste like egg and it's gonna give it that little bit of saltiness. So really this is gonna be like a, I was gonna say a vegan egg white, but it's just boiled animal bones. Either way, and then wow, it's like I just went to like a Holiday Inn continental breakfast buffet where they got the scrambled egg tray that's been sitting there for like 6 hours, you know? There's only one scoop out of it. It was like a warning scoop that a businessman from Toledo took and he was like, God, these are bad. And then nobody else took it and then I come in, I just take like a big ol' like wedge off the side. It's probably the equivalent of 7 to 8 eggs. It's like I just ate that. Love hotel buffet eggs. There's like no such thing as a bad egg to me. Pop that in there, and then I'm gonna put it in this little egg mold that I think we got to make like disguised Easter egg candies filled with cow eyeballs for GMM a while ago. And I'm just gonna fill these up to the top, and then we're gonna make our egg yolk. What was Flint Flossie's other song? Smang it. Flint Flossie was Let Me Smang It, girl. Smash it and bang. Can someone pan Nicole? Morgan, can you pan Nicole? She does the smang it dance. Thanks. There it is. All right, so we got our clear eggs. We gotta let these set up and then we're gonna fill them with our yolk. All right, so we got our little egg whites that have seized up right here. Now we have to make the actual egg yolk. So we're heating some water for a thing and then also another thing. We're making a liquid egg yolk to go into our clear eggs right here. So what I got is some powdered egg yolk. Ooh, that's weird. So I'm just gonna add that to a little thing. And then I'm also adding some agar agar. Agar agar is a natural thickener that is derived from seaweed. The cool thing about it is that it will thicken things without the addition of heat. And so we're just gonna take that and I'm gonna sort of muddle it together with a chopstick for like no real reason. I'm just gonna add some water to it. There we go, a little bit more. There we go, the agar agar is doing its job. And then I'm gonna pour it in a little squeeze bottle. All right, we gotta work a little bit fast because the agar is gonna start to thicken up. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this spoon and I'm gonna heat it in a little bit of water. Try not to dip my hand. Ooh, got my hand. All right, and now I'm gonna take that spoon and it's hot and it's gonna start to melt the gelatin a little bit. Gonna melt a nice little divot in that there egg. And I'm gonna pour off the excess liquid. And now we're gonna take that egg yolk, we're gonna pipe it in the middle. And then this is gonna seize up to be our clear egg. Sweet. These are our clear eggs. Now we can start building our bowl of clear ramen for Brett. You remember him? I said something about him. He doesn't exist. All right, we got our clear noodles. We got our clear egg. We got our clear broth. I know what you're saying. Where's the clear pork? Where's the clear seaweed? To which I say, run! So we're gonna take the broth. I'm just gonna pour it into the clear nudes, give them a little jimmy, kind of break them up. Yeah. What are the benefits to clear foods? Clear skin, clear mind, purity of body and soul. Other than that, that looks pretty sweet though. And then we're gonna take our clear egg and we're gonna pop that right off center. There you have it. Here's your clear ramen. And this looks pretty freaking wild. I mean, the clear egg is really just like floating in there. That's incredible. Should I take a bite? You guys want me to take a bite? Let's give this bad boy a try. Some of that broth. It really is quite clear. It should taste like ramen if my calculations are correct. There's actually a ton of like meaty flavor in there. It's also like very like fresh and clean though. Like it tastes clear, but not in a bad way. If that makes sense. Like, get in on this egg. Hold on, gotta get the egg in the spoon. Oh, the egg's wilting. Come here, clear egg. I'm not gonna lie. That's one of the more unpleasant things I've put in my mouth. But hey, the good thing is that the good thing is that it exists. And that's pretty cool. That's terrible. God awful trash. Really inspires just vomit to come up through your mouth. The aftertaste in my mouth is as if I had farted and then inhaled that fart and vomited that fart out, and that's what that egg is. But hey, don't take my word for it. Let's go spork a friend. Annalise, hi, eat this clear ramen.
Oh my gosh, I'm getting sporked?
Yeah, are you surprised?
Oh my gosh, this is great.
Here, you hold this, you film me.
It's so dark over here, but
you can't even, can you even tell it's clear? It's clear.
It's invisible. This is, oh my gosh, now it's too bright.
Here, turn the lights off. What are you, turn back up? Ben, what are you doing? Sorry. Be a professional.
This is amazing what you've done here.
Thank you. Wait, do you want to give me more opinions?
I'm just impressed that you guys pulled this off.
Yeah, I'm impressed with your constant professionalism.
May I try something? That's all I prepared.
What happened there? Was that like a mini stroke or like what was going on?
Because I learned about
Eat the ramen, eat the ramen, eat the ramen. No, you can't cover your mouth on the sport can. That's not allowed. Wait, get the egg.
No,
why?
You said it's the worst thing you've ever had.
Try it.
Oh, weird. This part tastes fine, but then you get to this like little farty center.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, you know, thanks.
Thank you, Josh.
I guess.
It's great working with you.
Yeah, likewise. I appreciate the rapport. Consomme. Thanks so much for stopping by the Mythical Kitchen. Why am I so bad at puns? Thanks so much for stopping by the Mythical Kitchen. We got new videos out every week. Whoa! We got new episodes of our podcast, Hot Dogs and Sandwich, every week. Wherever you get your podcast, it's on Wednesdays. Hit us up on Instagram at Mythical Kitchen under hashtag Dreams Become Food, wherever you get your mythical dishes. Just like Eric did. Eric made an actual hot dog sandwich inspired by the podcast. Annalise is nodding. Yes, he indeed did, because she's the one that put that on a piece of paper, letting me know that Eric did it. That's really rad. Be like Eric. Hit us up under the hashtag. We'll see y'all next time.
Now open your mouth really wide and we'll like go out like once it's dark in your mouth. Okay, ready, set, bye!
Oh God, oh, the camera got in my mouth. Hey you, cook up your own feast while wearing the Mythical Kitchen apron. Available now at mythical.com.